Oh, the beautiful sunrise is coming up above the horizon today at Ranch Simulator, and our wheat crop is growing pretty nice. I'm hoping we get to be able to harvest this today. We are going to build a couple of sheds for our equipment out here. I think I have a plan of how I want those to look, so we will get that rolling momentarily. There is an update to the farm. I did what I'm going to remember as the worst thing I've ever had to do on a video game. I did get rid of all the pigs. They are gone. We got a plan for this area. Yeah, you can see they're all gone. And this right here is all full of pork. This one's got, yeah, they all have 24 in them. Inside here, we have one with 17, no eggs right now. And behind me, we have our finished product here. You can see 22 of the egg salami, and then 2 of the pork meatball. I accidentally pulled that out instead of doing it correctly. Over here we have a couple more of the pork sausage salami, and then 15 of the egg salami. So that's that. No more pigs. No more pigs. Let's go ahead and close this. And the stunner, I guess we don't need that in here anymore. It did its job, and it's just gonna sit right there. Honey's at 57%. So over here at the cattle side, we're gonna correct something that was a misunderstanding of mine when we first started playing this game. And that is that there is only one type of cow. I do know that now that it's not accurate. So we're gonna go over to the store with the big truck here in a little bit and attempt, what is going on here? You just have, oh, you have no milk because I already did you. And you're the bull. No wonder you're not happy with me. Oh, you're pregnant. There it is, over. Oh, wait a minute. Are you big enough now? You're getting there. Are you a boy? You're a girl. I don't know if you're big enough to milk yet, but we will try. And then we'll get that one as well. But as I was saying, we did figure out that there are multiple types of cows. Thank you for all the comments. No, you're not producing milk yet. Okay, sorry about that. Invaded your space there. And we're gonna go to the store today. I am rambling. We're gonna go to the store today and correct that. This one's, are you sick? You're not wanting to come with me. Are you okay? Come on. You know our daily routine. But I wanted to get the cheese operation going for the day before we head into the store. Give it a little bit of time for our crop to keep growing, and hopefully that grows at a pace to where we can see the harvest today. I did stock up on our mold. You can see it on the, only can do 3. You can see it on the counters here. So we'll put one in there. We'll grab this one. We'll go boom and boom, and then we will pick it up, put it back on, because it seems to have a little bit of a glitch every once in a while. But that's how we have to cook it. So we'll do that. Once these are done, I'm going to get them starting to age, and then we're going to jump in the big truck and go buy some dairy cows. So I think I failed to mention that my plan with all of this pork is to just kind of pile it up. Oh, that's not the color we wanted there. But we don't need the money right now. So I'm just going to, as they get full, we'll start lining them up here as we slowly go through all of that pork and turn it into salami. And in a few episodes time, that should pile up as we collect the eggs, and we can, you know, have a huge payday eventually. A huge payday is what we're looking for. I don't see any eggs yet. I'm not sure what time of day they do that, so let's head on in. And we are probably gonna buy just, is that the dog? Okay. Socks, you got your head stuck in the truck. Silly puppy. We're gonna buy 4, probably just the 4 of the dairy cows. I don't think we're gonna worry about reproduction at all with them, so I don't really want a huge cattle operation. I just want enough to be able to make a ton of cheese and make a ton of money off the cheese. We should have enough money to pull this off and buy the harvester today, because that is still required. So we look in here, and I totally spaced on this right here. I imagine you cannot breed the dairy cow with the beef bull, but we'll grab a couple. We'll grab, you know, one of each color, and I'll go with the yellow there for the 4th one. That's gonna be 2,600 bucks. We still have $3,600. I did have to spend a lot of money. Oh, they're so young too. So we might have to wait a while before they produce. Oh, that's so cute. Before they produce milk. Transport animal. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, spent a ton of money buying those coolers. That was quite the expense while I was getting prepped for this episode. Yeah, you guys are gonna love your new home. We're just a chicken and cow farm. You're gonna love it. I don't think we're gonna worry. We might with the beef cattle, now that I know they're beef cattle. We might do the sausage with them just to experience it. Perfect. All right, let's get them home. Looks like we could have fit 2 more, but we're gonna save before we unload them. That's my plan. Just gonna save, and if it fails, we'll load the save and try again. Did get confirmation that it is a bug, or it seems to be a bug, that other people have seen it on other videos, and eventually they find the dead animal in random spots because they starve to death. So maybe we'll be lucky and get some extra beef that way. You know, shame on me for not thinking this game had enough depth to have the multiple types of cattle. The other thing I do want to kind of talk about here, let's go ahead and pull up like the fences, and we're not going to worry about it being straight, but we could do something like this here where we start building in, like, I call it an air gap. I'm sure there's a technical term for it. And then we would, you know, let's just kind of get this close and then grab a fence here, or a gate. Yeah, and we would do that, and then we could open this, get the cattle in here, close that fence, open this fence, and get them in. That is the legit way to do it. We're gonna try something else though. I'm curious to see if this is gonna work, and it might not. Well, it might. If we went like this and did Q, nope, we want to do E, and did it like so, and then came in here and did the, yes. So how many planks? We need 5. And we need 11 planks. Sorry, give me just a second. You know, kind of just reflecting on the game overall, the grind early on being that it's about, I don't know, it felt like about 5 or 6 days in game. And then we were just making money. And that's not that bad of a grind to get started. I was intimidated by the game at first because I thought it was just super grindy, because I went down the path of, when I first played the game, I thought it was super grindy. I went down the path of, you know, making grapes and doing the greenhouse stuff. And that's not super profitable early on in this game. I think there's other ways to make profits, and we've kind of showed that in this playthrough, that you can pretty quickly make this a really enjoyable playthrough. And I didn't save it first, and we lost one. All right, let's go ahead and save it. If we only lose 1 out of the 4, that's not bad. All right. Maybe we move this a little bit. That's a pretty bad bug. That's a pretty bad bug. All right, we got that one. Hey, you come here. Come here. All right, we're gonna try our new approach. I hope there's not fall damage, but we're gonna walk up these stairs. Yep. Keep following me. Oh no, it won't work. They will not jump, so they would need something on the other side to walk down as well, and then that would defeat the purpose, because they wouldn't do it. So come on, come with me. All right, well, we tried. We're gonna bring this one all the way back here. Close that, and you have food already. Let's go save. I'm being serious about this. Go find that go find that cow. And we know this isn't gonna work, so we can go ahead and demolish that and pull out. Perfect. Come with me. Young calf there. All right, get away from that door. And then one more. Oh, let's save it again. Tedious, but gotta do what we gotta do. I wanna try something here. We're gonna open that. Yep, that works. All right. And you vanished. Okay, we're gonna load. See what happens. Open the tailgate, and I can't hit manage on you. Can I come over here and do that? Pull out. All right, so the saving thing was the key there. We lost one. We might go pick one up later, but 3's not a bad start, and we don't have one of the white ones. Okay, but let's go ahead and check on the crop. See how much progress it's made. If it's not close, and I don't know if there's an indicator that's gonna say, yo, ready to harvest, but I think it is ready. I mean, it's taller. Okay, so it is glorious. It is ready. So we have a few over here that look like they're not ready, but by the time we get back from the store, I have a feeling they all will be. That's not, I don't remember what day we planted it, but that doesn't seem terrible. We don't need you yet. We need the big truck, or we need the truck and the trailer, and then we will try to get the harvester on the trailer. Otherwise, we're running all the way back to get the truck. Let's check the granary first. They haven't needed to be fed because I did do that not too long ago. Welcome to your new home. Hope you're with us for a long time. A little low on fuel here. Let's do this in a nice way. We're gonna bring this with us because we know it's hit or miss with that dealership on... Oh, we had one in here that was empty. That would have been nice to use. But we know the dealership's hit or miss on whether or not they give us fuel when we buy vehicles. So my guess is the harvester will probably be somewhat empty. All right, let's try to weave through here. We can. We'll go this way. All right, let's go to the store. Get that harvester. How's it going, man? All right, $2,000. Nice neon green harvester. It's gonna be waiting for us in the parking lots. There it is. Oh, not so much on the fuel. Let's go ahead and grab it. Let's see. Purchase the appropriate harvesting equipment headers from the hardware store to harvest specific crops. Empty the crop into the grain trailer ready to sell, or fill up your granary to provide feed for the livestock, your livestock. All right. So let's hit enter, get that to go away. Thanks for the ride. And we'll put a little bit of fuel in here. On the way home, we're gonna fill up both of the jerry cans and make sure we have plenty of fuel to get home. Let's see if we can get this header attached. It is kind of doing a dance with the grain trailer. 15 miles an hour is not bad. Switch to tube. Okay. It's a tube in this game. A hitch, I imagine. Yes, okay. So now let's try to back onto this trailer with the header attached. I imagine it's gonna work. All right, with the wheels this way. Let's go a little slower. Looks like the header is hitting the ground. The air. So maybe we'll go in forward. Is the header too wide? Yeah, it looks like the header is too wide. All right, now we know. And we have the can with us, so we'll go straight to the gas station, get this thing completely full, cruise home. We'll have to come back for the truck. It's got everything we need for the oil rigs, so we will have to make a run. Well, we'll probably bring the UTV with us, throw the UTV on the trailer. We won't have to do the run. We'll use our big brain. All right, we're starting to fuel. I'm interested to see how much this is gonna take. I bet it's gonna be over 100. 72. And then we also wanna fill up this can so that we have it for backup. Now this thing's cooking, 29 miles an hour. What did we do? We got up to 33 the whole time through the desert. Before we got on our property, it was going about 12. So I think it burned. Did it burn? Hold on. Oh no, it's not even using that. Okay. I thought it burned through that whole thing because I do see the gas gauge going down. Woo! All right, this looks like everything is ready. So we'll go ahead and start right here. And oh, everything's not ready. We do got a couple stragglers. I wonder if these ones were not fertilized. All right, so it might be tomorrow. We want to do this full harvest, but what I'm gonna do right now is I'm not gonna really risk it. We're gonna hop in the tractor and we're gonna drive back and get the grain trailer. And then I'll probably at that point get home, collect the eggs, do all of our sausage work, do the honey work, maybe do an oil run, and then it should be morning by then and I'll rejoin you. That might work. Oh, that view won't work. Let's see if we can get this home. Oh, but we can't really see what we crashed into there. Oh boy. 5 miles an hour. Something's Something's not happy. Maybe it's that. What the dickens? Oh, look how low it's sitting because of the weight. Okay. Interesting. All right, well, we're gonna head home real slow. Turn our lights on in a dust storm. We'll get there. Boy, we are running into them, man. We're running into the bugs. This thing will not move now. Wow. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to get... It won't back up, it won't go forward. We flipped it a few times. Let's try to wiggle it out here. It's just stuck. And that's a terrible spot. Now let's see about this. We kind of moved it a little bit, but now this thing's stuck. Let's detach the trailer. Oh, we bumped that a little bit. Will it move now? Oh, that moved. It moved. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, I'm gonna try logging back in. Save and exit won't work from here. We're gonna run back. Oh, guys. This is not how this episode is supposed to go. You know, I assume that that's why that trailer exists, so that you can bring things back and forth. I'm flabbergasted. I'm asleep there. Now will this let me... Yeah, okay. Okay, moment of truth here. That's a lot of cash right here. That's a lot of cash. It's out of fuel. I made myself cough laughing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gas station's this way. Sorry about this. This is what you get when I'm playing games. I get laser focused on the task at hand and I'm not focused on everything. What a joy. It's stuck. It's stuck. Did you try adding gas to it? And it's driving again. Oh, that wasn't attached anymore. Are you gonna stay in though? We'll get that in a minute. We might be able to get home quicker. Oh, no, that was the wrong button. This is just a comedy of errors at this point. All right, trailer, hold on, trailer. See your wheels moving. You're riding with us. Yeah, we'll have to jog back for the tractor. Didn't know it was a comedy show, did you? Hold on, we're gonna make it. Hold on, you're almost there. You're almost there, trailer. Oh, thank God, thank God. Yeah, throw it into the crop. Okay, now let's go back and get the tractor. Oh, that was almost an amazing turn there. Where is that gonna end up though? Okay, that's not terrible. That's not too far away. Okay, seen a tractor on the side of the road. All right, we're looking for one. There she is. Let's just loop around. We should... Lost a wheel. Okay, flip this bad boy. Oh, look at the door's wood. I didn't even realize that. Only on one side. That's fancy. All right, let's back this thing in. Imagine in real life, that's what you'd want to do anyways. Maybe. I don't know. All right, straight there. Oh, man. Imagine being a QA for this game. Whew. All right, that wheat better be ready. It better be ready. That's all I got to say. All right, the tractor's holding on fine. Let's get home and finally get to that harvest. All right, let's go hook up to this trailer again. And we'll get it prepped to unload the harvester when that time comes. And we'll finally, it's about noon today, so that's not bad. Thought we lost this whole day with that fiasco. Debacle. That was fun. That was fun. All right, straighten her out. All right, that's a good spot for now. Let's finally... Oh, we reloaded, so it detached. Okay. And that. We're gonna put so where we can see it a little bit better, and then connect this, get a little bit closer. All right, so we're gonna activate it, and we're harvesting. Okay, 16 miles an hour. Not bad. And we don't get any indicator number-wise, so I think we'll find out how much we make off of this when we unload. Hopefully it's just enough to keep the animals fed and save us a little bit of cash on that. You know, gotta be honest, it's a little underwhelming. But I don't think this game's necessarily about farming. It's just one little aspect you can do on it. Yeah, not bad. We'll get that partial pass here in a minute. But it looks like, oh, that's a gas can. Go around, we're gonna go all the way to the end this time. Come on, fill that harvester up. If we wouldn't have missed rows, I imagine it's probably configured to the size that would fill this up based on the crop type, but maybe not. It's pretty nice. Gonna be honest, the graphics on the wheat are terrible, but it's enjoyable. Would not want to do non-stop crop rotation though. And I was thinking, you know, we're not gonna do the sunflower and corn headers because if we can't get it home without driving the harvester there, I'm not gonna do it, guys. Maybe another playthrough, maybe some other time we can do it. So we got about almost ran into the gas again. Almost 3/4 of the hopper full here. Let's deactivate the header, get over to the trailer. We're gonna want to switch to the tube. And then I imagine it's just gonna automatically drop in there. Automatically, maybe? Yeah, look at that. Oh, we have to stay in it though, don't we? Oh, maybe not. Oh, it shows us right there, 143. That doesn't seem terrible to me. All right, the thing's gauge, is it not going down? Very slowly going down. Okay, that's fair. All right, I don't know if the indicator is gonna go away or the animation there when it's done, or if it's one that's just gonna trigger when it's above the, that's okay. All right, that's gonna stay there. We have 153 units of wheat. We're gonna cruise on over to the granary and see how we unload this there. So I imagine we're pretty close to the max that we're gonna want to do. No idea, no clue. No, we're not even close. Let's loop around and get closer. First person might help with that. All right, slow it down a little bit, get as close as we can, and we'll switch now. We're gonna try to back right up to that thing. No indicator, I'm not sure. To fill all the troughs, is there something on this side? I imagine this is where we want to be. I'm gonna go to Google. It says to press E to transfer the goods, but let's turn this on. Maybe there's none to transfer. There is. This stuff's gonna have to get sold. It looks like what you do is you bring the harvester over, open the pipe, and you put the pipe into where we were trying to load this into. So we are gonna drive to the store and find out how much this does sell for this time around. If we do a crop again, which I probably will do, we will we'll do that into the granary next time. So we didn't even really need this trailer, but I do want to see if the car can drive it, or the truck can drive it, because this is a little slow. Let's leave the tractor at the farm at all times, if we can. All right, let's drop that here. So we can just, oh, how did those get like that? I know I didn't leave them like that. I imagine there was probably something in the menu that would tell me how to do this, but I think we talked a few episodes. This is how I play. I want to figure things out on my own. I don't really want to, I'll go to the internets when I feel stuck. I guess it's a different type of hitch, so it'll only work on the tractor. Let's head on in, and we'll see how much wheat sells for. Oh, we're gonna be able to turn around in this little, should have gone the other place. Ugh. Try to back up a little bit and then turn more. Oh, that'll work. That'll do the trick. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna be underwhelmed, but let's see what this does. We go to sell. Yeah, it's not that much. I mean, that's not bad. $900. It's not terrible. Almost 900 bucks. But I do want to, I mean, we weren't planning on selling it, so the cost doesn't really matter to me for that. Let's go here, and I do want to buy some seed. Like I said, we're not going to go with corn or sunflowers because I'm not driving back with the harvester just to get a header. They need to figure out a way to allow us to do that. We can't do that? Come on. All right, well, these will be here for us to pick up later. Let's head back. Yeah, and you don't need to go in reverse. There's no reason to go in reverse. Okay. Guys, write it down. Episode 11 is where I decided I was pretty much done with Ranch Simulator. We're gonna finish the series, but man, it makes the game not as replayable to me. And you're gonna get honest feedback like this throughout playthroughs, no matter what, from me. I think it's a really, really fun game and a ton of potential. I love the fact that you have to feed the animals or they die. I love the fact that the greenhouse crops can get sick and you have to use medicine. You know, the way they've set up the economy in the game, I think, is pretty solid. There's just little things like that just need a little bit more attention to detail. There's no reason for the tractor to just jump backwards when I just start the vehicle like that. But overall, 8 out of 10 enjoyment factor for me. Makes me wonder, like, we need to create a sock system where like knee-high socks would be like the tip of the iceberg, or not the tip of the iceberg. That's ridiculous. What are you talking about, Chris? Knee-high socks would be like a 5 out of 5, and then, or thigh-high socks would be 5 out of 5, and then knee-high would be like 4, and then we'd have like ankle socks or calf socks, all the terms I would need to learn. If it's a ankle sock, that means it's a 1 out of 5. You know, if it's a crew sock, is that a thing? Crew cut? You get the gist. We'll try to find 5 types of socks. The sock that's all the way up on your leg, that's the 5 out of 5. I think that would be the scoring system we'd want to go through. And if that's the case right now, this would be a 4 out of 5, a knee-high sock. I mean, there's different areas where, I mean, no, I'd probably say if we're going on a 5 system, I'd probably say a 3, because I'd like to see some additions to the building. And I know there's a decorating expansion or update coming later this year. Being able to make rails on a porch would be sweet. Being able to make different types of roofs would be awesome. All right, well, I guess we should have just sold this. Yeah, I was gonna get a little further in today's episode, but some things went sideways there, and we had fun. We need to take care of the animals. We milked you guys already today, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is check on the cheese here. We're gonna do the honey. All of this cheese is ready. Nice. That wasn't bad. And we have a bunch more in the cooler as well. Yeah, 3 regular and 3 mold cheese. And then the honey should be ready. I'm rambling now at this point, guys. I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff off camera in between next episode, get us prepped for it. We're gonna work on a trailer, not a trailer, we're gonna work on a shed for all the equipment by the field and potentially get into the greenhouses in next episode. I'm SocksWayUp. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single one of you. I will catch you on the next episode.